The landscape of business funding and business credit is about to change. And whether you're a new business owner, seasoned business owner, super experienced, it does not matter, all right? There was a new rule that was just dropped by Donald Trump that could definitely open up doors for more fair treatment from all of these banks and lenders moving forward. So if you've ever been told in the past of unlawfully or unrightful information, even on top of that, them saying we can't do business with you, even though that your business is 100% legal, then this new executive order could definitely change the game for all business owners everywhere. So what I want you to do is go grab your pen and paper so we can actually get into all this information, all right? So without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents, so before we go into any of this information in this topic, I just want to give you a quick disclaimer. This is not a political video, okay? I never want to do that. We're not taking sides. We're simply here to break down the facts so you can stay informed, protect your business, and get you access to funding you deserve, okay? So whether you love or hate the current president situation, it's not about that. This is just about information, and the information is for you. So now that we've gotten that out the way, let's go ahead and go into the first topic of hand when it comes to this new executive order, starting with debanking, okay? Now, if you've never heard of debanking happens when a lender closes your business account, refuses to let you open a brand new account, or even cut off services like loans or payment processing. And they can actually do this even if your business is 100% legal. I know you probably don't think that that's really true. I promise you, I've seen it all over the place. Now, just to let you know, this has nothing to do with missing late payments, collections, charge-offs, or even committing fraud. This is about banks telling you something along the lines of, we think that you're a risk, but they don't even mean a financial risk. Sometimes they just don't like your industry, your beliefs, or they worry about you doing business that could potentially hurt their reputation. And that's also what they like to call reputation risk. Follow me, all right? And what I mean by reputation risk, a lot of times they're not even referring to you. It's a them thing. It's not even a you thing. You could be doing everything right and they just feel like, you know, there's something in my gut. I just don't feel like that we need to work with this guy or this girl. And that's not even right at all. Because industries that are really hit by this, and this isn't all of them, but these are like the top percentage of the ones that get hit with this, are the firearm businesses, the cryptocurrency companies, or anything dealing with any type of cryptocurrency, or sometimes even stocks, payday lenders, oil and gas companies, and even content creations, all right? So it could be like YouTube. It could even be places where it's just regular streaming services. I've actually seen where a lot of streaming service platform business owners have been getting shut down and they really don't know why. It's literally all over the news, and it's all over YouTube if you really go search it. Now, even if you're not in any of those categories, don't think that this could have ever not happened to you, because I promise you it could have. But you're lucky because on August 7, 2025, President Trump signed a new executive order called Guaranteeing Fair Banking for All Americans. I don't know where they got that title from. I'm pretty sure they could have thought of something better than that. But the goal is to make sure that no American business owners is ever denied for business services just because of their beliefs, the type of legal business that they have, or whatever that they're actively running. As long as it's not a scam, they are supposed to be fine. And this applies for all banks, all lenders. I'm talking about even credit unions, small banks online. It does not matter. Institutions that are regulated by the federal government. So that means no more bias. Banks can no longer say no just because of information saying that, hey, we don't like you, or we just have this gut feeling that you might be doing something that we might really be against. We're not totally sure. We can't put our finger on it, but you know, we're just gonna, no, they can't deny you for any of that, all right? Even when it comes to, again, your religious or political views, or just in your industry, they cannot do that. As long as it's legal, they must treat every customer fairly and based on the decisions and real numbers. Of course, like number one, your credit history, your ability to repay loans, which kind of goes into credit, and your actual business performance, okay? So understand that you might think that you could have been flying under the radar, but there's a lot of banks and lenders that used to keep a list of certain banking account holders and things like that and say, if they mess up one time or they do anything that we feel is out of place, then we're gonna just deny them and just not give them any type of credit products or any type of handouts, especially these new business owners, because there are a lot of business owners coming out every single day, more than what it used to be, especially after COVID, and they feel that if they don't align with what we're doing, even if we're not totally sure of what they're doing, then we're just gonna boot them at the door. Now, this executive order can now also remove something called reputation risk. So let me go into a little deep dive of that. So what does that actively mean? That means that banks can't deny you based off of just vague reasons, okay? Reasons like, we think that you might hurt our image or reputation, just like I said earlier, and that really leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, because that language is now being stripped of all government banking rules, okay? Now, banks have to be specific and factual on how they evaluate customers. They can't just go off of a gut feeling. Now, this isn't just talk. The executive order comes with actual deadlines. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking that this just comes with, just Chase, US Bank, Bank of America, things of that nature. No, this comes with the top heavy hitters when it comes to business funding as well. We're talking along the lines of SBA, because in the past, a lot of SBA lenders and a lot of just SBA period have denied a lot of people, and they never actually gave legit reasons why. Sometimes they would never even send anything in the mail or have somebody contact them and say, hey, the reason why that you were actually denied was because of this. So now the SBA have 60 days to notify business owners and businesses that were previously denied access. Regulators also have 180 days to remove all reputation risk language and start enforcing fair practices. That means everybody is getting the same exact thing across the board. So regulators must also track banks that were debanking unfairly to take action against them. Now, I'm not gonna name those names because I do know a few of them. I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm not gonna bring them up. But if you do your research, you can pretty much find, which ones was possibly doing debanking or anything of that nature. Now, I know you're probably wondering, was debanking really that common? But you pretty much make up your own analysis. Because of the recent data that they were able to scrape up, only 35 of over 8,000 complaints specifically mention political or religious bias. Guys, and this is only what they found right there. There's a lot of under the table, complaints that people never even said anything or spoke up about, and they just tried to keep it moving. So this is just on record. Imagine what's off the record. So if you're a business owner who has been denied for any type of business accounts without any type of clear reason, number 2, works in a legal but controversial industry, number 3, have been told that you are a reputation risk or anything similar to that, then the executive order could definitely open up doors for you. You can literally have funding literally waiting on you without them probably even checking your credit. You don't know. You don't know what they might do just to try to, hey, we're sorry for this, that all that happened. How much were you actually looking for? Because banks must now treat you fairly no matter what. And now you have more power to demand a real explanation as to why in the world was I denied? Was I denied for this? It better not be a reputation risk, because if not, you owe me a lot of stuff right now. I know I gave you a lot of information, but let's go ahead and recap of everything that we just talked about. Number 1, as far as the debanking, is when banks cut you off for a non-financial reason, which is crazy. Number 2, an executive order now bans that practice, so you won't have any issues with that moving forward. And also, number 3, banks must use facts and not opinions or emotions when it comes to making their decisions. And number 4, SBA and regulators are now under pressure to fix any unfair banking practices. So this matters because access to capital means real opportunities to push you forward in life. So no more just holding you back. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, hey, it wasn't because of a reputation risk, it wasn't debanking, it was because I couldn't get these negatives off my credit report. It was more so a credit issue of why I was denied. Then don't worry, I'm definitely gonna help you. And this is why I created the Howtocredit Start program, where we're gonna help you build or repair your credit, actually get your entity where it needs to be, and get you ready for funding so you can go ahead and fund those goals and dreams to put you forward in life. So what I want you to do right now is click the link below right now to sign up for a free consultation with me to get you started in the program so we can get you that $50,000, $75,000, or even $100,000 in funding. because now you're not gonna have any credit issues and you're not gonna have any debanking issues. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the link below. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope that this helps you, and I really hope it gives you some type of insight of what's going on around you when it comes to these banking systems, because a lot of things being put to light and everything is being put to bed so you can go ahead and prepare further. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, ladies and gents.